Welcome back, guys, for on episode number 2 of Road from 0 to 10 million gold from Transmog only. And yes, that's right, we have some mail from the auction house. Super exciting. I think we have our first Transmog sales for the challenge. Let's check it out. And we do too. We've got 2 sales. So we've sold a shield for 180 gold. Then we've sold this right here for 150 gold, bringing us over the 1k mark already. That is super exciting. It's the next day after the last clip of the first series. Now, if you haven't seen the first series, I highly recommend going over there, watching the first episode, and then keep on watching into the future. But you really want to check out episode number 1 so you can know how we got set up and everything like that. So in today's episode, we're going to be doing a whole heap of farming. We'll probably run some transmog dungeons till we have instant lockout, and then we also might do some solo open world farms. I've got a few in mind that are really good farms to do, which you can actually find all of these farms inside of my gold making guide. If you want to check out my gold making guide and follow along the journey with really in-depth guides on how to farm transmogs, how to make gold from other ways in the game, the best add-ons, the best professions, how to make gold with professions, with boosting, everything like that, you can find all inside of my gold making guide, which I'm going to be following my gold making guide to actually make this 10 million gold with transmogs. So there's a whole heap of transmog farming information inside of the guide also. But let's get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start off episode number 2 with one of my favorite transmog farms, which is Menatomes. And now this is a great dungeon to pad out your auction house just to get things started. There's a whole heap of really good items that drop from here, and it's super easy to run. It's 3 minutes per run if you have a druid and you know what you're doing. So it's super quick. What we'll do is we'll do the runs here till we reach lockout, and then we will go from there. Alright guys, so we've finished up with all 9 resets. We got 104k worth of items. So what we're going to do now is we'll go vendor the junk, and we'll send over the transmog pieces to the transmog banking alt and get them up on the auction house. Alright guys, so the next farm that we're going to be doing is an open world farm, and it's a very good farm and you can do it solo. That is why I like this farm so much. And basically these guys right here will hyper spawn when you kill them more and over at the camp right here. And where it is located is in Northern Barrens. So right where I am, on the side of this hill, these guys will be spawned here. So I'll just show you exactly where they are. So they're all there. They go around the corner here, and then there's also a few that spawn over at these huts. And basically if you kill them more, they respawn super quick and pretty much hyper spawn. Now this is a great solo farm. You can get a whole heap of items from here. Some of the big items that you want to look out for is the Aborigine set. And now this set goes for a whole heap of gold. Also now it's got even better now that you can get grey and white items. So these items can be worth a whole heap of gold. Not many people have farmed them yet, and so by you selling them, you should have easy sales. And also the prices are really good on them, and a lot of collectors are still wanting to get the grey and white items that come from here. So how I like to do this farm is I use the macro, the targeting macro with Moonfire, and it's basically, which one is it? This one right here. So slash target razor, cast slash target, slash target razor slash cast Moonfire. And what this macro will do is automatically cast Moonfire on these mobs. And basically you just want to run around spamming this macro. Super simple. There's one right here which is actually elite. Its name starts with elite. But basically you just want to run around here just like this. Make sure you got your speed set on, and you just want to spam this macro, and it will basically kill them all for you. And then once you've got them all from here, you simply want to go over to the spot to the right, which I'll show you in a second. But as you can see, they're already respawning for us. But if they don't respawn right away, you can head over to this other spot just over here, and then it will make them respawn even quicker. But as you can see, we literally have no downtime. We're just spamming this macro and they keep respawning, and respawning. That is why I like this farm so much, and you can get some really good items here that are worth a whole heap of gold. So what I do is just run back and forth, spamming the macro for about 2 minutes, and then after the 2 minutes, you want to loot up and make sure that you're not losing any items after the 2 minutes, because your greens and your grey and white items after 2 minutes will actually start disappearing, the loot. So I like to loot up, say, every minute or two, and then you just want to keep on continuing. And as you can see, you'll never run out of mobs here, and it is a great solo farm. So we'll do this for a while, see if we can get any really good items from here. Hopefully we can get some of the set pieces. They actually go for a whole heap of gold. But anyways, we'll keep doing this for a little bit. We'll fill out the inventory, and then we'll see what items we've got. Oh, nice. We got our first piece of the set. So this right here, this is the robe, the Aboriginal robe of Fire Flash. And as you can see, it's worth 7k gold on my server, which is very good. Hopefully we can get a few more pieces of this and some other good transmog pieces. Nice, we just got a good piece just then. So we got the leggings. These ones are worth 13k. Alrighty, so we've been doing this for about half an hour now, and we've got a couple decent items. We've got the Aboriginal legs, which go for 13k. We got the chest and the boots. The chest goes for 7k, the boots 1.3k. We got this cloak, which actually sells for a decent amount. It's the Grizzly cloak. We also got another cloak which goes for 14k. However, the Grizzly cloak has a pretty decent sell rate for transmog items. We also got these shoulders, 7k, and we got this wrist which goes for 59k on my server. Now we got a couple other decent items here. So what we're going to do right now, I think we're gonna mix up the farming spot just to keep things interesting. But in 31 minutes, we got 224k worth of transmog items, which is very nice. However, we definitely will be coming back to this spot. This is one of my favorite spots to farm, but I think we're going to mix it up to a different one right now. Alrighty guys, so we're back on the 0 to 10 million gold from transmog only challenge. We've got a few sales here, so another 1k added to the inventory, which brings us up to 2.4k. We've posted everything back up on the auction house. It's been a little while, a few days. And what we're going to do now is do some more farming. I'll just show you how much the auction house is currently sitting at. So we have 805 items listed on the auction house for a total value of 3,657k. So what I think we're going to do is maybe run some dungeons until lockout, and then we might go do some open world transmog farming or something along those lines. Alright, so we're going to do some ramparts. It's a nice quick dungeon. There's some really good transmogs you can actually get from there. So it's Hellfire Ramparts. We go through the Shatrath City portal and we'll just head over there. I'll just show you where it is on the map. If you didn't know where it's located, it's located right here. It's in the Hellfire Peninsula, and that's the bottom one right here. Now I like running this dungeon because it only takes a couple minutes to do each run, so if you want to do the lockout super quick, it's a great spot to come and do. Alright, so here is the entrance of Ramparts right here. So we're going to do the 9 lockouts of this dungeon, and we'll see if we can get any good items from here. Oh wow, we just got a 45k weapon on literally the second mob that we killed. It's got a pretty good sell rate too, so we should be able to sell this bad boy. It's a cool looking sword, but that's awesome for the 20 seconds in and we already got a good item. Cheering. And we're done the first run. So as you can see, it only takes around 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to do every single run of this dungeon. That is why I like it so much. Oh nice, we just got a cool blade right here. What's actually where is it? Here it is. So we just got this waist right here, which sells for 12k on my round, which is absolutely awesome. So the numbers stacking up quickly. Alright, so we're on our last reset. Let's do this one real quickly. And I'll show you actually how to do the run of this dungeon if you didn't know already. It's very quick, super easy to do. So basically you just want to collect these first one. Basically any mob that has a caster, you don't want to just keep running, you want to stack them up. So here's your first caster, you can stop here, let everyone stack up that you've just pulled, and then you want to simply kill them, and then you can keep on moving. First off, we will clear out the inventory. Alright, so I'm going to show you a full run of how to do this, how I like to do it for transmog pieces. Very simple to do. Very quick dungeon. You can do all your resets super quick. Alright, actually we're done with the resets. We've made 158k within the 21 minutes that we were farming this. We've got some really good items. I believe we've sold everything that was under our criteria. Just double check they all sold. There's a couple more items that are under 100 gold. And now you have your soulbound items. You can either just sell them or you can disenchant them. It's 100% up to you. I just like to vendor them. You still get a decent amount of gold off them, so why not? Alright, so there are the main items that we need to get rid of. So this is what we're left over with, some really good items. The main item would be this right here, that's worth 48k, which is a very good item. Then you also got these cloaks on my round, they're going for 10k each, so they're pretty decent also. So another thing we're going to be using for this challenge, just to make everything a lot quicker and easier, we're going to set up mailing operations in TSM. So basically what we're going to have this do is send all the transmog pieces to our alt that we're going to be posting on, so Buffy Mogs. So let's set this up. Let's call it, let's just call it Buffy Mogs send, and that is the name of our mailing operation. Then we want to select Buffy Mogs from our alts, so right here, set max quantity to no. And then we want to come down to here and select the actual group. So anything that gets put in transmog will be in the group where we can simply just mail them straight over to our alt. Then what we're going to do is go to groups here, have this selected, and we can simply start mailing items just like that to our alt, and we're off. And we've mailed everything just like that, super quick. Alright, so it's the next day. I think we're going to run another 10 runs of this dungeon right here. We got some really good transmog yesterday, and it's a super quick dungeon to actually do your 9 resets. So we're doing Hellfire Ramparts, super easy to do. We've actually increased the speed set a lot, so we currently have 24% speed set. We just got a couple more items. We need to still go get the neck and the chest and the helm. However, we got a whole heap of really good speed items, super cheap. And what we're going to do is we'll just run the dungeon. So whenever you're doing these sort of farms, you want to make sure you use fried bonefish. This will increase your speed for 6 seconds after killing a mob. So every mob that you kill, it will reset the new 6 seconds. So after we're done the 10 runs, I will show you what items we got, and we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, so we just finished doing our 10 runs of the dungeon. We made 648k from these runs. We got a couple really good items, and we did all 10 runs in about 20 minutes. So super quick, super simple to do. What we want to do right now is we'll add all the items to our transmog group. We've added the majority of them already. Let's go to our vendor, and what we'll do is we'll just vendor the trash items. Alrighty, so next up on the challenge, we're going to do some RFK. So that is this dungeon right here, Razor and Cruel. And basically there's a few really good transmog items you want to be looking out for in here, which is the Vendetta, the Sword of Decay, and the Sledgehammer. These all sell for extremely high amounts of gold, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get any of them or multiple of them. Would be absolutely awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 10 runs of this with 9 resets, and we'll try our luck. I'll show the loot at the end of it and see if we get any good items. However, you still get a whole heap of padding items to fill out the auction house, so this will be a great dungeon I recommend doing for any transmog farmer. Woo! We got the Vendetta. That is awesome. That is worth 118k on my server, and which is really good. This is one of the items that we really wanted from here, and we got it on the second run. That is crazy. So it's this right here. We got it from the rare frog boss right here. So that's going to be an awesome add to the challenge that will bump up the auction house value a whole heap. Can't believe that we got that on the second run. That is awesome. Alrighty, so we finished all 10 runs. The main item that we got from here was the Vendetta dagger, and this sells for about 218k on my server. Very good item. For the 10 runs, it took us 37 minutes, and we made 440k from those runs. So what we'll do now, we'll send them over to the alt, and we'll check out how the bank alt is going for the transmog challenge. Okay guys, so we're back on the transmog bank alt. So we're at 2,486 gold, and we've got 795 items listed on the auction house for a total of 3,630k. Now, from all the farms that we've been doing recently, we should have a whole heap of items in the mailbox. We'll see how much this increases. Oh, we've got a couple big sales. Oh my god. So we sold the Aboriginal loincloth of the quick blade for 11k. That is absolutely awesome. Now we've got a few other items that have sold here. A few big ones here. So we got this. That's really good. We've already made 25k for the challenge. Let's collect all that gold, and that's going to bring us up to 27,890 days. This is great for just a couple of days in. We're already getting sales. That is awesome. And we've got a whole heap of items that we want to get up on the auction house so they can start selling also. So what we're going to do, we'll actually go into the ledger, and I'll show you the items that we actually sold, just so we know a bit more about them. Alright, so here's the chart so far. So we started a few days ago, and we're slowly building that up. As you can see, we're sitting at 1k. Now we've got these sales, and that brings us up to 28k. That is awesome. So if we go to the ledger, and here are the items that we've sold. So we've sold 17 items. We've sold one grey item for 95 gold and one white item for 237. Our biggest item was this right here, which is from the Aboriginal set. It's the Aboriginal loincloth. The next big item was this right here, this bow. It's a pretty cool looking bow, that's why it would have sold so well. And then our next biggest one was this right here, so the chest, a cool looking chest piece. So that is awesome. So we're going to be following our TSM right here all throughout this journey, but we've got a great start to the challenge. It's just episode number 2. We haven't done much farming whatsoever, and we've already got 27.8k in the inventory that we've made sales with. So with all these items, we're going to get them up on the auction house. We have one recipe that we need to get rid of. Let's give it to this guy. But anyways, we're going to go post all the items up on the auction house. So like we mentioned before, we're at 3,630k. To post things, you go to auctioning, select the group that we want to post all the items of, and then you simply click post. And what this is going to do is add all these items in, and we just simply click the TSM macro and it'll post them all for us. So we'll post everything that is in the mailbox, and we'll see what the total value is now at. Alright, so we've posted all the items. Let's see what the auction house value is currently at. So that added a whole heap of value. We're at 4,786k with 1,019 items. We're currently sitting at 27k, which is an awesome way to end episode number 2 of making gold cap from 0 to 10 million gold from transmogs only. Subscribe for the next channel, and if you want to learn in-depth ways how to make gold in World of Warcraft, including transmogs, but a whole heap of other things, you can find that inside of my gold making guide, which will be the first link down below. Till next one guys, take care.